I just finished public school, I'll tell you why it's great. Waking up at 6 a.m. to pledge allegiance to the state. Yeah, it's true. I got my public school blues.
There's already talk. Apparently, this is the trend now. There's already talk that they may split the third book into 2 movies. That's being discussed now. Apparently, it happened with Harry Potter. It's happening with Twilight. Although I hate to compare Hunger Games and Twilight.
Don't be like that.
Sorry. But it is. I'm just saying that it's a trend right now, especially with these movies that are from books that are appealing to young people.
Yeah,
especially young people.
Well, I think that's interesting that somebody, who is appealing to young people. I understand that people really like Harry Potter. I've never really been into it. And I guess the thing with Twilight is these are vampire kids, like vampire kids.
And werewolves.
Vampire werewolf kids. Yeah, so that was a big craze. Vampires.
Well, I think I don't know that was the reason, but certainly that just the writing of it was such as to be very manipulative to young teenage girls, in particular.
And
in terms of how they wrote the boyfriend and then the other boyfriend, because there's a love triangle that forms.
Yes,
and all this stuff.
One werewolf, one human, and one vampire.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. Basically, the girlfriend the whole thing is a struggle between the werewolf or the vampire, and that's why you had Team Edward and Team Jacob. Team Edward and Team Jacob. There were T-shirts, and people could express who they wanted her to get with by being on Team Edward or Team Jacob.
Oh my goodness, we're talking about Twilight. What happened? How did this get derailed? Was it my fault? I think it was my fault.
You were the one who did it.
Jason's over here just in pain.
I wanted to know more. So I'm assuming, if the Twilight story
it's really awful.
They're trying to cash in on the whole goth thing. Is that what this is about?
With Twilight?
Yeah.
There's a bit of that, but I know South Park made fun of it at some point.
Yes, they did.
The whole.
So anyway, back to a good movie that we saw tonight. Some people are saying they don't see real libertarian themes in this. What are your thoughts, Osborne?
Well, I can't put myself in the mind of someone who saw the movie without knowing the story ahead of time.
Sure.
But I can definitely see that the movie did tame down some of the more hardcore libertarian-y themes.
Yeah.
And I have an idea about why that is that maybe we'll get into later. So the story is, I think, has a number of different levels you can look at it with. And I think the author mainly was meaning to comment on the nature of war and the state sending young people to go die for their own glorification, essentially. And you can see that with how they're propped up as heroes and the crowds cheer for them when they go walking by, and they talk about their courage and their sacrifice and what have you.
And it's really akin to bread and circuses. It's the gladiator arena, essentially.
Yeah, I think
gladiator arena.
One of the things that did come through in the movie was some real strong commentary on the sort of media culture, and how
right off the very start of the movie, you have the girl boyfriend. I think he is at the time, or the closest thing she has to a boyfriend, perhaps. It's not made that clear, but he's saying, look, if people just would stop watching it,
exactly,
they would stop having them.
Public school, you keep me in good mental health, 'cause without you